I have been actively masturbating for way over 10 years. It's not something I'm proud of. I've tried many times to stop and failed, but this time, I took on the challenge to stopping masturbation for 90 days to see what surprising results I will discover along the way. I've always been curious about the effects of masturbation on our minds and bodies, and I decided to take on this challenge to see if abstaining from it for 90 days would have any significant impact on my life. I want to talk about the potential negative effects of excessive masturbation and why I felt the need to take a break from it. For me, masturbation had become a way to cope with stress and anxiety, but it was also starting to feel like an avoidance technique. Whenever I felt overwhelmed, I would retreat to my solo activities instead of facing my problems head-on. I realized that I was using it as a crutch, and it was holding me back from developing healthier coping mechanisms. On top of that, I was noticing a decrease in my motivation and productivity, and I suspected that my excessive masturbation habits might be playing a role in that. Another challenge I faced was the impact it was having on my relationships. I was putting so much time and energy into this solo activity that I was neglecting my connections with others. I would often prefer to stay home and indulge in my own pleasure rather than go out with friends or pursue romantic relationships. It was like I was prioritizing my own gratification over the people in my life. And finally, I was worried about the potential effects it was having on my mental health. I had heard that excessive masturbation can lead to depression, anxiety, and even addiction. As I embarked on this 90-day journey, I was determined to break free from these patterns and see what changes I could experience. It wasn't going to be easy, but I was willing to put in the effort to understand myself better. From the very beginning, it was tough. The cravings were intense, and I had to find new ways to occupy my time and distract myself from the urge to masturbate. But as the days went by, I started to notice some subtle changes. I had more energy, I was sleeping better, and I was feeling more confident in my ability to tackle challenges. I was also becoming more present in my daily life, engaging in conversations with others, and pursuing hobbies that brought me joy. As I progressed further into the challenge, I started to notice some more significant physical and emotional differences. My skin was clearing up, my posture was improving, and I was experiencing a sense of calm and clarity that I hadn't felt in a long time. I was also becoming more introspective, reflecting on my values and goals, and making conscious decisions about how I wanted to live my life. It was like I was slowly awakening to a new version of myself. But the most surprising result I encountered during this journey was the shift in my perspective on intimacy. I had always associated intimacy with sex and physical pleasure, but during these 90 days, I realized that intimacy is so much more than that. It's about connection, vulnerability, and emotional depth. I started to prioritize building meaningful relationships with others, and I discovered that true intimacy comes from shared experiences, trust, and mutual support. One of the most impactful results of this journey was the realization that masturbation didn't have to be the go-to coping mechanism for stress and anxiety. I learned that there are healthier ways to deal with difficult emotions and that I had the power to choose how I responded to challenges. This journey has given me a newfound sense of self-awareness and self-control, and I feel empowered to make better choices moving forward. In conclusion, this 90-day challenge has been a game-changer for me. It's taught me that abstaining from masturbation can have a profound impact on our mental, emotional, and physical well-being. I'm not saying that masturbation is inherently bad, but I do believe that moderation is key. I encourage you to reflect on your own habits and relationships with others, and to consider whether abstaining from masturbation for a period of time might be beneficial for you as well. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to share your thoughts on this topic in the comments below. If you want to see more personal stories and insights, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell.